What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm very excited to bring you guys my next video of my Must Have Must Gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all the Instagram pages I follow to get all this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below. If the link has an asterisk behind it, that means that it is an affiliated link. If you shop through it, I very much appreciate it. Otherwise, there is no worries at all. I am just very happy and thankful that you took the time to watch today's video. So, I did record this look. This look hopefully should have been up yesterday, so I will do my absolute best to link this down below, as long as it did go up on Saturday night like I planned to, and hopefully this goes up maybe Sunday morning, Saturday night. It just depends on how much time I have to edit before I crash tonight. But I am recording this on Saturday, so I do have quite a few more information on some releases that I otherwise would not have. And first things first, I always do like to talk about some of the products that I received in the past week. Now, I did have 2 items sent to me from a brand, and this brand is Merit. So they sent me their Instant Glow Serum, which I used today actually as more of a priming type product. They specify that you should be using this after your moisturizer in the day or night. I think in their kind of headspace or in their range, this is more like a skincare type element. Like I said, I used it today as more of a primer, and so far I am enjoying it. As you can see, it is bifacial layer, so there are 2 different kind of liquids or compounds that you have to kind of shake up to really get one opaque kind of liquid. It does really come off very oily and very thin, so do keep that in mind when you are applying it. But otherwise, so far I am enjoying it. And then they also gave me one of their cheek products, which is their Balm Cheek Color. This is in the shade Cheeky. I do have this on today along with some other blush products, and it is nice so far. Do keep in mind that it works with this brand's aesthetic, so it is not going to be overly opaque and heavily pigmented and all of that. No, it's going to blend in with your base and your skin, and it's going to look like a very seamless kind of blush effect. So either way, very excited for both of those products, and very thankful for Merit to have sent them to me. And then I also received my Kylie Black Friday order and a couple other Black Friday orders, honestly, but the only one that I remembered to pull out of my area is this one, and this is the Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli perfume. I got this in the 10 milliliter because I didn't know what to expect, and this is a very interesting kind of dynamic perfume that I find on my nose is very sweet in the opening, very much like a honeyed perfume, very sweet, at least on my skin and to my nose, and then it slowly morphs into a vanillid oud musky scent that I find very nice. I don't know if I'm going to be buying a full bottle. So far, I'm very content and happy with this size, but we will see if this size lasts me, as my Burning Cherry did not last me, and I definitely had to go ahead and pick up a full size. So those are all the items that I received and I've put aside to talk to you guys about. Let's just go ahead and get into the new makeup releases. Alrighty, so a lot of things that are happening right now are all centered around sales, and the only sale that I currently have on my Instagram to talk about that is pinned is actually from Danessa Myricks. I don't distinctly remember seeing this email, but they started their sale 3 days ago. It was 40% off on their entire site. And since I hadn't mentioned it before, and I know that she is definitely a brand that a lot of people definitely wait to get a sale on, I did just want to go ahead and mention it here in the beginning of the video. I don't particularly need or am checking for Danessa right now. I find that there are certain things that I do enjoy about her brand, certain things that I don't, and I have the things that I enjoy, and I think I've tried pretty much everything from her brand. And the things that I haven't tried, I just am not allowing myself to bring any additional products in those categories. So for me, this is a pass, but I just wanted to make sure that those who were interested knew about it. Now let's dive into the new makeup. Blossom Beauty is coming out with their Blooming Color Volumizing Mascara. In this, they have 6 vibrant mascaras that are volumizing and that you can build volume with, of course. I think that this is good for somebody who likes to do more artistic looks for their everyday or just for social media in general. I've had some of these before. I believe the only one that I've had that was a colored mascara was actually from ColourPop, surprisingly. But I did get some use out of it, don't get me wrong, just not enough to justify buying another one. And since I've never tried this brand, I'm definitely not going to have that be the first thing that I tried. Something that I completely forgot about. I've just been so busy working retail during these last couple of days is that Menagerie Cosmetics actually came out with their new collection. So they came out with their Paws and Claws collection, and I actually think that these are interesting. Are they live and die? No, but I think that the Claws color scheme is actually very, very pretty and weirdly unique. Now, is it something that like I'm going to be so sad about? No. No, no, no. But their sale did begin on Thursday, and it did exclude this collection, of course, and it's 25% off their whole site, which is actually really good for the brand. The brand used to never do sales, so that's very, very surprising. And I'm very intrigued to see maybe the brand still has some products in stock and maybe I'll pick it up. I honestly don't know if I'm going to have the time this year to review or even showcase either palette. But yeah, actually now I'm looking on it and the Claws is still available. Let me see if the Paws is still available. So is the Paws. So that means that they really either stocked up a lot or not a lot of people really have the extra cash, you know? So let me know down below if you'd be really interested in seeing me review either of these palettes. I probably wouldn't get both. I'd probably just get the pinkier tone one. That's the one that really caught my eye and seemed more unique. The other one seemed like a typical kind of blue-green palette. Mariah Carey is doing some more stuff for Christmas exclusives, and this one is a Find Your Happy Place exclusive beauty range, if you will. So some of the products that are in these kind of kits are shower gels, body and hand lotions, bath bombs, candles, fragrance mist, hand soaps, and yeah, more. I would actually be intrigued to look and smell some of these. I just don't go to Walmart. I don't. So that's the only thing stopping me, but I'm intrigued. I am definitely intrigued. Give Me a Glow has showcased their Haunted Pumpkin palette. This launched on Black Friday, which was yesterday for me when the time I'm recording, and 2 days from the time you guys are seeing it if you see it on the day it uploads. And this is a pretty palette. I said that from the get-go. I just think that this is extremely late launch, and I'm just not in the Halloween vibes. Don't get me wrong, I love Halloween. Love it to death. But once we passed Halloween, I then become into the Thanksgiving vibes. And now that we've passed Thanksgiving, I am very much Christmas only. Christmas only. So this is not something I'm interested in. The color scheme looks cute, but not enough for me to feel the urge to pick it up. Also, Give Me Glow's palettes are extremely expensive, and I don't got it. So we are going to move forward. A new palette from Gloss Gods came out, and this is their Smoke and Mirror Remixed palette. This palette looks to have some depth in there and some dimension, but to me, the like more midi tones looked like they would be light tones on my skin tone, and they do feature a darker skin model, but to me, it looks like there's just one of the more silver metallics and one or two of the very, very deep shadows on that bottom row, and that's it. So they didn't really even feel they could use any of the other shadows as a majority of the eye look. So this is going to be a pass for me. It seems like Glam Light is just not slowing down whatsoever. They are doing a collaboration again, and this time it is with Strawberry Shortcake. In this collaboration, they have an eyeshadow palette, they have lip kits, they have a bounce sponge, they have a blush, lashes, and the whole kit and caboodle is retailing for $78. For me, this is just too many releases back to back. I'm sure there was a reason why everything is back to back, but it's just too much for me. And it really pushes me off of brands when they just push things like this. So it's going to be an easy pass for me. I also am not a huge fan of the color scheme. I get it. I like it. It's cute, but it's not, it's not earth shattering for me. So I am going to go ahead and pass. Byredo seems to be coming out with a new eyeshadow palette. And this one is their Purple Echo palette. It is limited edition, 5 color palette range. There are 3 mattes and 2 metallic ultra glitter kind of finishes, and it's $58. I think this is a decent palette, but honestly, to me, the inside looks like one of those really old 5-pan CoverGirl palettes, and the outside just looks a little fancy. So for me, this is going to be an easy pass. I also don't think that the finishes and the depth and the range would be anything that would really hold my attention past looking at the shiny packaging. But if this was like a face palette or even like a magnetic palette, I could see me being enthralled enough to pick it up because the packaging looks really interesting. About Face has come out with quite a few holiday kits, and I have definitely enjoyed the stuff that I picked up from About Face. Not everything, but quite a bit of the products that I picked up I really did enjoy. And yeah, I say if you haven't tried the brand, I really do think that sometimes holiday kits can really give you a good impression on the brand in general, because typically they just bundle products that they already have so that you can kind of get a discount on those items and really test the brand out. For me, I am going to be passing on pretty much all holiday kits, but I definitely think that that is an interesting one to think about if you are interested. Trixie Cosmetics is coming out with a new collection, and this is their Sweet Treats collection. Each palette is $16, and they also are coming out with a brush set as well. I think these are cute. I don't particularly say that I would ever run for anything from this brand, just not my cup of tea or vibes. They also seem to have lip glosses that are in like little candy sweet packaging that actually looks really cute. I love the packaging. Oh, those are lip oils. I really love the packaging for those lip oils, but I don't think I'm gonna pull the trigger. I think I'm gonna save my money. Holo Taco is of course coming out with another nail polish range, and this time it is their Magnetic Magic collection. Now last year I picked up one of these more brownie toned nail polishes because it was so unique, so interesting. It really caught my eye, and if I had the time to do my nails, I definitely would pick up this brown as well. Very few brands really come out with unique and interesting takes on browns, and I feel like Holo Taco is really making a name for themselves, at least in my head, in doing that. So I would definitely be intrigued by it, but I just don't have the time to literally paint my nails, and when I do have the time to do anything when it comes to my nails, it's a press on. Right now that just doesn't make any sense because I'm working retail and it's the busiest time of the year, so my nails would literally pop off every 2 seconds. But in the future, I am very excited to begin again when it comes to pressing on some nails and having some fun. Martine Cosmetics is sneak peeking something new. This does look to have like maybe a Christmas theme to it, but we don't know much about it. And I will continue to keep you guys abreast of their holiday collection. And apparently they're also releasing a skincare range as well. This is a UK based indie brand, and I know some US based influencers have really been loving this brand lately, so they've gotten quite a bit of hype, not from the US influencers but just in general. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of this particular palette and if it catches my eye. They tend to have like 24 pan palettes, which is quite big in my opinion now, but who knows, I may be interested to scoop it up in the future. Another palette that I am slightly intrigued but not completely is the Ace Beauté Aura and Envy palettes. Now, to me, the one that looks the most unique and would be the most interesting to bring into my collection is the purple kind of pinky murky one. I don't think I have a palette that really screams that color scheme. It will be launching very, very soon. It'll actually be launching tomorrow, the 28th. And I'm intrigued. I really am. I may pick this up. This will be the first time I buy from this brand since one of their very first launches. So very, very intrigued. I would love to hear if you guys have watched any videos, if you are going to be picking either of these up. Let me know down below. Fenty Skin is coming out with a new Plush Pudding Intense Recovery Lip Mask. And this is just supposed to, you know, intensely hydrate your lips, I guess, overnight and just in general. This is going to be available on December 2nd on their website and Sephora. And it's going to be retailing for $22. I think this is fine. I have quite a few Laneige lip masks though, so I don't currently need this and I'm not going to really be checking for it. Bobbi Brown is already revealing her Lunar New Year release, and I feel like this is really early, right? Because like we still haven't, it's early. It is early, but it is what it is. It's the makeup industry, and early sometimes is still late. There's nothing in this collection that is very, very intriguing to me, although who knows if they would actually be available in the US. Yeah, they're available on their website, so it would be available to me if I wanted to, but I'm good. I'm not really checking for it. Juvia's Place has come out with a new eyeshadow palette, and this one is a 9 pan, and I think it's cute. I think that the mattes really would have you thinking about interesting color schemes and kind of doing some unique things potentially, or you could go very, very easy with that like light beigey type shade, kind of blending out all of the others more or less. But this is not enough for me to buy from Juvia's Place. If anything, it would have been that nude palette last week that I talked about. And don't get me wrong, I'm still thinking about it, but I still have not pulled the trigger. Makeup by Mario is going to be launching foundation and concealers in 2023. I have only picked up one product from the brand so far, and it was one of his lip balms. I actually really like that formula. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's very, very malleant, so it does melt. But other than that, I like it. And we'll see what happens. This may be a brand for me to check out in 2023. I've been hearing decent things, if not stellar things, about his latest eyeshadow palette. So we'll see what happens. It seems like Disney is collaborating once again with ColourPop for a Small World collection, which that's interesting. Either way, this is available on their website on December 1st. Not something for me. Easy pass. This is truly, I feel like, a collection really for the Disney adults, because A Small World is literally the song that you get traumatized into hearing every 2 seconds, literally at Disney World. So yeah. Ooh, okay. So eilish has a discount code right now on their website. I just saw it. On their website, if you write eilish, you can get 20% off and free shipping site-wide. That's intriguing. That's intriguing. I might need to jump on that. I might. So that's about it. That's all I got for you all. I would love to hear if there's a Black Friday sale, or if there's a new collection that I haven't talked about that you would love to hear my opinions on. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I will see you guys in my next video, which I'm sure is going to be very, very soon. I have so many videos in the works and so little time to edit, but I'm very, very excited to push out as much content as I can do. So yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.